Despite the weight you carry and how those burdens wear, despite enduring so much in silence, you must have been so lonely. Every path you choose was the right one, so no matter what comes, never lose yourself. But 100 hours later, I realized that it never really runs out things to show you. It just keep going on. No repeating, and at some point I stopped watching for it to slow down because it's never did. In the beginning, you were actually hit with amazing scenery, mountains in the distance, leaves blowing in the wind, graphic details that you've never seen before. It's looking great, but we've seen enough games to know that any game can look great for an intro or for a cinematic. You arrive at the city of Hernand early on, like, and this town is well, insane. Walking down the cobblestone road, you see the beggars, you see cats, kids playing, merchants, you see shop fronts. Initially, I was blown away, but I want to manage my expectations first. This world could be front loading all the content and world building early on. This could be climax, but I wasn't even close. Leaving the city of Hernand, you overlook the farmers and villagers below. I've never seen anything like it. The detail of Red Dead Redemption 2 mixed with the graphics fidelity of cyberpunk and fantasy genre of something unknown, never seen before. I'd move into through forest, through open plains, rocky terrain, and then there's constant sense that the impossible, just like riding your horse from your beer to a simply new spot, and you're guaranteed to see a new small village at least, a little animal, and a beautiful natural landscape all your way. After first 50 hours in the game, I cleared out bandits from this high up area above a mountain. Then I walked across a sketchy road bridge and found very small village hanging off a cliff on the After 50 hours in the game, I cleared out some bandits from this high up area above a mountain. Then I walked across a sketchy road bridge and found small village hanging off cliff on the coolest town I ever seen in any game. I want to say, like, this was a unique moment in Crimson Desert in my gameplay experience, but it wasn't, because there's hundreds of these moments, and it's not just empty beauty either. It's how much life is layered into it. You keep coming across towns and settlements more often than you would ever dream of, and none of them feel like they just exist to check a box on a map or something like that. Walking through manors and those huge houses and packaged with detailed things to read and loot, secrets, trap doors, underground passages with puzzles. On horseback you pass on place, it feels completely different from glass. Not just visually, but in how it's positioned in this world. It starts to create real feeling that the map isn't one big design space, but almost a collection of places that actually have a reason to exist. You're not just moving between points of interest, you're moving through an actual network of places that feel connected in a way that you don't fully think about at first. One moment you're riding through a wide open grassy fields that stretch for miles in every direction. The second moment, waiting, you feel going to rain start rising into rough hillside areas, and you realize it's snowing, and now you're walking to the foot of the powder. Not longer after you might end up in the dry, scorching desert. And that makes it hit hard isn't just that all these being exist. It's how naturally you transition between them without ever feeling like you ever teleported into like world feel massive. Like you're not just exploring different environments. You're moving across entirely different versions of the same living world, you know? How could I talk about this world I don't mention? A massive region in the northern part of the map. One of the first things starts to break you usual open world mindset in Crimson Desert is just how much is happening that has almost nothing to do with you. 80 hours in Crimson Desert, I thought I had found the main city of the world. Then I stumbled into Terminus. It wasn't just a town, it was a city surrounding a castle, its bigger buildings, a town square, a market, and hiding criminals, giants. I don't know. I'm more people and much more to do. There's so much content layered on top itself that it stops feeling like you're progressing through the story, and it's more like you're just trying to keep up with a world that's already fully pushed. I only see this level of detail with Red Dead Redemption, honestly. But there's multiple same dance here with endless town, puzzles and mysteries that don't exist outside the fantasy universe, you know? As you're completing a quest, you're picking up more and more stuff to do along the way. There are quests everywhere, constantly reaching out to different directions. But they don't feel like they're clearly separated from the main side. In a way your brain can easily switch. You can move from one objective to another and get pulled into something completely different without the game really framing. It's very important. Even Red Dead Redemption 2 and Witcher 3 were not packed with this much to do, and I don't say that lightly. Even after spending a long time in it, there's still this feeling that you haven't fully mapped out in every case, like the like structure of the world is bigger than your understanding of it. Then that sense gets stronger where you start noticing how many systems are underneath everything. We used to dream of different temperature systems in Red Dead Redemption 2, and now we have it. But in Crimson Desert, going into deep cold is harsh, and then you need behavior's resistance for that, you know? You can't go just like that. Going into Scorching Desert, you have heat, and you need fire-resistant armor. You're not just walking through empty space, you're constantly adjusting to your surroundings as you see, even in small ways. Okay, let's fight. There's a point in Crimson Desert where you stop actually interacting with the world like it's a checklist and start like it's somewhere you actually exist in. It doesn't happen all at once. It's a slow shift built out of smaller things, you know, that frankly don't feel important on their own, but start to change as you move through everything. start with basic survival habit like cooking meals after gathering food, or fishing, or go into strict survival loop, because it feels natural to do so. After being out in the world for a while, you came back from traveling,
You
hunting,
didn't expect
exploring, and
this.
suddenly the idea of restoring your house, restoring before heading back out feels like weirdly magic.
Cut my breath.
Snacking and butcher for me, the grocery stands.
Rotting
That
hell!
I threw only in the self-repertoire. Eventually you get to Howling Hill. This is your home base, where you prepare rest to do chores and manage compressors. Not mention set up gas for all the alleys with there are plenty of. It starts to feel like temporary home in a world that's constantly pulling the veil of safety. Even small things start reinforcing that feeling. Gathering loot after a hunt, like this one, doesn't feel like looting anymore. It feels like using what you actually managed to get from a dangerous situation like this one. This is the Red Dead Redemption 2 on steroids. Literally. Like, just like that. I'm not always obsessed with cosmetics in games, honestly. In so many games it can feel redundant or frankly mangliness, but when you're in this massive adventure full of hundreds of hours moving through cutscenes, both boss fights and exploration, it makes alternating your appearance feel more meaningful, instead of just being like customized. It starts to feel like different identities inside the space, not just how do I look for the player, but how do I look in this world, in this environment. And slowly, without you really noticing when it happens, all of these small systems stop feeling separate, and it's all blended into one loop that feels less like game and mechanics and more like a dream of existing in place. That's me. I've seen a lot of open worlds, but nothing like this scale. It feels this layered, this alive, constantly shifting.
We both know it.
I think I say enough.
Don't make me kill you.